the question is around the figure of $5 billion, and while we do understand today the actual exports are more than that, one. But secondly, the way we are trying to work around for last 12 months, the way we have been asked by Prime Minister and from all the relevant quarters, the leadership, the key decision makers, that whatever we need to do, whatever intervention we are proposing, that need to be KPI based against the $15 billion mark in next 5 years. So we sat down with different stakeholders. We tried to understand for the $15 billion, if we are, let take the base figure of $3.2 billion and have an estimation of around 600,000 HR in whole sector today. 600,000 includes freelancer as well, IT professional as well, the startup companies, everything. But to go to $15 billion in next 5 years, the number one question is the HR, the capacity, and do we have? Let me quote a couple of figures here around out of that slide deck, which is always coming back to us, and we are repeatedly asked with the same slide as a starter in front of Prime Minister and everyone. And we got the good consultants from SCT on board as well to help us understand that how we can translate that into a $15 billion roadmap. The skills and capacity development remain the number one thing there in whole, elaborated slide deck of 60, 70 slides, the whole strategy framework. So to go to that $15 billion, what we have been asked by the leadership to focus 4 key areas. I am now just talking about skills and capacity development. We need to produce more freelancers, more product-oriented resources. We do need services-oriented resources, but with the combination of AI and all the tools coming on way, which is intervening. And that's kind of a 13,000 feet view of the whole scenario. The situation, if I look from my desk, so I am working as Director of Skills and Capacity Development for last 3 years. I have been looking at policy area for since 2018, the post-COVID growth, during COVID, whatever the 47% growth we posed, I was part of that policy, um, policy driving team, where we were trying to understand ये काम आ कहाँ से रहा है. And the number one business was landing out of the way, where Indian, because of Bangalore being closed, the business was diverted there in Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad. Now, for these 5-7 years trend, when we analyze whatever is happening for last 12 months and what would be happening in next 6 months, the situation is very, let me use the term scary. I would like to justify the stance here with analysis which we have been trying to do upon the data. And data says that like 90-95% we are services oriented export companies. We're not product oriented. We don't have patients like Shahrukh has, and they can incubate to one program, they can go for other, they can have some couple of year patient to develop something, then go for the revenue profitability models. The 90% services oriented companies are actually are from where they are getting the business. This is very interesting provision. They are getting business 57% out of US. Whenever I'll be interacting to US guys, they'll tell me there are 3 biggest buyer in US: federal government, provincial government, and then of course MNC, Google, Microsoft. They have to do. We are the least pre-listed vendors there. So फिर काम कहाँ से आ रहा है? That was the number one question. So it means we are getting second hand, third hand, fourth hand work, but how we need to enable ourselves to develop and convert ourselves into product oriented resources. That's the number one worry. Whenever I sit with a CEO out of Lahore, Islamabad, and I'll talk about the skills and the resources, the number one worry is that from that easy money to go to that hard journey, if it's day zero, let's start it today. So we missed lot of trains. हम हमेशा से we have been behind. We missed the the transition of the emerging technologies or whatever you call it. But this AI wave, I think that is again कि अल्लाह ताला ने हमें दोबारा एक मौका दिया. A line is there. Everyone is standing on that zero ground, and we have to have race with all the competitors again. The more we can focus and we can develop our capability in converting ourselves into those skilled products, skilled resources, that can be, I think, our way forward.